Blog Talk Radio.
Hello and welcome, everybody. It is the 22nd day of October 2014, straight up 8 a.m. Eastern here at Blog Talk Radio. The network is Perspective Power, and the great music you hear ushering us in, and will also close our show, comes to us from award-winning artist David Martinka. Find his music at redbellymusic.com and sunshadows.net. Grateful and grateful and grateful yet for David's fantastic music. And I'm grateful for you that you're here as part of the show. You know, I've created Attitude of Gratitude here on Blog Talk and at the beginning of the year. In fact, I think January 1 was our very first show. And one of the beautiful things about doing the show is gratitude never gets old, and it never goes away. It's like breathing. It's always something we can use and something that we can be a part of. And I do promote the show on as many social networks as I can and throughout my social networks, and I'm constantly tagging people. So I appreciate the fact that those of you who pay attention to the show on a regular basis, maybe you listen in archive, maybe you're listening live, that you also promote the show and move it along and share it with people. Not because it's my show, but because gratitude is really kind of like the breath of life for our energy. If we are feeling gratitude, it's kind of hard to feel anything else but, seriously. I mean, if it's genuine gratitude. And who's to say? It's not a judge the way people feel their gratitude or share their gratitude or express it. Anyway, that's just my little commercial for the Attitude of Gratitude energy. And by the way, when you go to blogtalkradio.com/Perspective Power, you can listen to all the archives. They're there. So please do. And you can share them there as well. So, sounds like it could be a bit pushy, eh? All this promotion of the show. Push you into an attitude of gratitude. Believe me, I've caught a little, sideways look, little fish eyes there from people that are like, Annette, really? Push you into an attitude of gratitude? What on earth, girl, do you possibly mean by that? Well, thank you for those who realize there is an underlying message there. Because by all means, and I would have put the P.U.S.H. on there. I did in the explanation. I heard the word, actually, should have said, push, P-U-S-H, at a conference one year. Okay, what happened was I was working for a cable company, and they sent us to a conference, a leadership conference. And I'm listening and listening and listening. I'm thinking, this is kind of interesting. What in the world is this person trying to say to us? And believe it or not, the idea of the leadership conference was more personal growth than it was necessarily professional. But if you want to grow professionally, your personal growth kind of needs to be there. And the guy that was leading the session walked up to the chalkboard and he wrote P-U-S-H, but he wrote it down, like P and then there was a blank line and U and so forth. And I'm looking at that, and he's just chatting away with everybody, and I'm staring at it, and he sees me, not paying attention to him, but I'm staring at this chalkboard, and he says, what are you thinking right now? And I said that stands for something, and the whole room kind of laughed. And he looked at the room as though to scold them, and he turned to me and he said, it does. What do you think it stands for? And I said, I don't know, but I'm sure you're going to tell us. And again, everybody laughed. And this time he did too. And what it meant was pray until something happens. And I have never forgotten that. Now, do I do it all the time? I got to be honest with you. No. Panic will set in, fear will set in, stress will take me over. And, of course, all the things that result in that, like headache, upset stomach, inability to sleep. So pray until something happens. What does that have to do with where we are now? It has nothing to do with religion, and I want people to understand this from the get-go. You can be an atheist, you can be an agnostic, you can be any one of however many religions, acknowledged or not acknowledged, there are in this world. Pray until something happens, to me, and relating to an attitude of gratitude is this one little tiny, tiny thing. And that is, I heard a long time ago that the greatest prayer you can ever utter is thank you. The greatest prayer you can ever utter is thank you. And when I heard that, it made all the sense in the world, because there is so much wrapped up in that word. And depending on the energy and the emotion that go behind it, or is used as you say it, the words thank you, or some people run it all together as one, so the word thank you, is such a gift, not just for the person or the energy to whom you are expressing that, but to you. And thank you is the essence of gratitude. When I say thank you to somebody, I'm expressing gratitude. When I say thank you to my body, I'm expressing gratitude. When I say thank you to an animal for walking over and making my day, we have cats here in our house. And there's a little female cat. I would say kitten, but shoot, she's almost 3 years old now. There's a little female cat that'll come over into my office every now and then, and she'll rub up against me, and she'll purr, and she'll want to be petted, and oh my gosh. I would say thank you for coming to visit. Thank you for making my day. And the more I say thank you when I pet her, the louder her purr gets, and the louder her purr gets, the happier we are. And I'll stop whatever I'm doing and hang out with this cat, because it's a nice feeling. So when I say push you into an attitude of gratitude, it's the more pray until something happens will put you in an attitude of gratitude. And the word prayer, again, I am defining as saying the word thank you. Everybody can do that. Everybody can do that. Whether you're saying merci, or you're saying arigato, or you're saying whatever, pick a language. The words mean the same thing in every language. The feeling that you get means the same thing in every heart. So there doesn't need to be any delineation. Again, you don't have to, this is not a religious thing. To utter the word thank you is the most powerful prayer in the world. It can set off a chain reaction of peace, can set off a chain reaction of unity, can set off a chain reaction of bliss, love, happiness, acceptance. We say thank you for a lot of things in our lives. And it's never just a one-way street. And I don't just mean the dialogue or the interaction between two individuals or a group of individuals. Like, let's say you just received some sort of commendation or award from people you work with, and there's a whole group of people hanging out in the room that you're in, and you look and say, thank you, everyone. Those people that were thanked, that vibration will go home with them, or back to the other parts of the office with them, or out into traffic with them, or into the grocery stores with them. And they are going to continue to spread that. It's the ripple effect, like dropping the pebble in the water and then watching that little ripple go. You never know how far that thank you is going to take somebody. You never know what that's going to do for somebody else's life. And let's just say that somebody you said thank you to was having the worst day in the entire world. I mean, absolutely incredible worst day. They might not even react kindly or in a field of acceptance or a form of acceptance to your thank you, but they're going to own it. Somewhere their subconscious heard it, somewhere within their cellular structure, they're going to process that. And it might even be later when they're all by themselves, and maybe they're sitting in their apartment or their home or their vehicle, and something inside of them just says, it's okay, let go. And boom, the tears come, or oh my gosh, the shoulders drop, and they let go of this burden. Could very possibly have been because you said thank you. And they realized somewhere they were validated because they had meaning to you and that they're worth something. And now they are grateful for that. And it takes on a whole new energy that you will never, ever, ever see. You'll never know it. You weren't there to experience it. You have no clue. And if you're lucky enough or blessed enough, however you want to look at it, they may say to you one day, you know, that day you thanked me changed my life. That day you thanked me really, really helped me. That day you thanked me gave me a reason to believe I had value. That day you thanked me kept me from going home and being mean to other people. That day you thanked me, and I'll just leave it blank because you don't know. You may hear those words someday. You may not. But that push that you took not only pushed you into an attitude of gratitude, it pushed somebody else into an attitude of gratitude. And the interesting thing about it is, when somebody else is feeling that connection, somebody else is enjoying that, and their life suddenly turns around, without ever having to go to any other person or whatever animal, I thank the water, I thank the bathroom, I thank the walls, the ceiling. I literally every morning when I wake up, I thank the carpet, I thank the bed, I thank the bedclothes, I thank my pillows, I thank my nutrition, I thank my water. I'm serious. If you ever heard me, you'd be going, who the heck is she talking to? I'm just saying thank you because I'm grateful for it all. You are raising the vibration of the entire world. You are raising the vibration of the entire world because I'm going to repeat something I said at the beginning. It might not be word for word because this isn't scripted and I don't remember what I said totally and completely, but I remember the essence of it. When you are feeling gratitude, you can't feel anything else. You can't. When you are truly feeling it. So when you are feeling gratitude for everything that's around you, when that prayer that you send out, that push that you're sending out, pray until something happens, is gratitude. And you just keep saying thank you to everything and everything and everything and everything. If that's all you do, if that's it, if that's, you're doing a lot. I mean, you're doing so much. You're helping to raise the vibration all across the planet. And that raised vibration is going to keep people, places, and things operating at a level of peace and love and acceptance. That is amazing because we talk about wanting peace, then we sit there and complain about all the things we're angry about. Well, if all this changed, we'd have peace. And if all this happened, we'd have love in the world. If all this happened, that's not how it works, seriously. We're going to push you into that attitude of gratitude, raise that vibration, and push those people into the happier, healthier existence. So the pray until something happens, the prayer is thank you. And believe me, that is a tremendous attitude of gratitude and a tremendous energy to check out with yourself. Try it today, see what you think, and touch base. Let me know how that's going for you. Perspective Power on Facebook is the group, the page, that I think I'm going to turn into a group at some point, and I may do that over the weekend, where you can come and talk about this. So you go to facebook.com/Perspective Power and leave a message if you care to, and you might not care to, but that's okay. Follow the program, if you will, here on Blog Talk, blogtalkradio.com/Perspective Power. You can be updated on when our shows are and all the different exciting archives that we have you can listen to. Please go to AnnetteRochelleAben.wordpress blog page, and I would love very much to have you there and find out what you're doing and connect with you and share some of the wonderful things that I share on a regular basis. You can also find me all over social media, Pinterest, YouTube, Google+, LinkedIn, Twitter, and, of course, the ubiquitous Facebook, by just sticking my name in, Annette Rochelle Aben, and then one of those particular sites, and I am there and ready and available. The wonderful music that's about to usher us out, David Martinka. He is an award-winning artist, and if you check my Facebook page, I'm going to be posting later today, he and his group, Sun Shadows, are being nominated for a very, very prestigious award, so we'd like you to vote for them. And this program is live every Wednesday at 8 a.m. Eastern here on blogtalkradio.com. That program is Attitude of Gratitude.